All right, fellas, welcome back. I want you to think back to a time where you were talking to a girl, say you were really into her, you guys were talking for a little bit, and then after a little while, you kind of wanted to see something, something a little extra to spice up the conversation, maybe an image or a video, something of that sort. Think back. How do you go about asking that in a non-creepy way? While remaining cool, calm, and collected, right? Not looking desperate. There's kind of an art to it, right? Well, I hope that none of you were ever as desperate as the guy we are about to talk about today. So this guy is a college track coach, and he went through this crazy elaborate scheme in order to finesse nudes off of his female athletes. And you'll see once we get into this story, this is a situation where you can't even make a down bad joke. This is just downright creepy, all right? I'm telling you right now, if I ever catch any of y'all participating in any behavior like this, I'm gonna put your face on a goddamn milk carton, all right? If you're new, make sure you subscribe right now, or else you have a very high chance of having a small dick. Also, turn on your goddamn notifications so you could be a part of the buzz every single time a new video goes live. And last but not least, of course, watch the entire video, don't be a bitch. So I came across this image on Twitter the other day that I shared with the boys over there. By the way, make sure you're following me on Twitter because I can assure you that we are always clowning on people on Twitter. But this Snapchat screenshot says, "Hey, so my sister has been uncomfortable with the size of her breast recently, and I know this is really weird, but she was wondering if you could send her a picture of them. Maybe just because she thinks you have nice breasts and wants to compare." Again, I know this is weird, but she knew I had you added on Snap. You could send them whenever. I'm just going to give her the phone now, and she will give it back to me after you send them to her. She really appreciates it and says thanks in advance. All right, so this is pretty obviously a joke, right? There's no way this was a real actual shot, but let's just pretend for a second that it was an actual shot. I truly believe in my heart of hearts that this is a much better way of trying to get some images rather than doing what the coach in today's video has done. At least something like this has some meme value, right? It's kind of funny to read, but at the same time, it's desperate, but I would still rather look just desperate than desperate and creepy, which is exactly what we're about to read about right now. So here we go. Former Northeastern University track and field coach is facing federal charges in connection with what prosecutor says was a scheme to trick female student athletes into sending him nude or semi-nude photos. Prosecutors allege that the coach frequently asked to use female athletes' cell phones under the pretense of filming their form at practice and meets. At times, he was seen scrolling through the phones. Now, first of all, ain't nobody going through my phone. Under any circumstance, you're just not going to be holding my phone for more than like a second if you ever have to. The only time that could ever even be happening is if my phone was across the room and I was like, yo, could you throw me my phone? Like, that's it. There's certainly never going to be a scenario where I willingly unlock my phone, hand it to you, and then walk away. And it's not even because there's anything bad on there, right? Because there's really nothing really bad on my phone per se. I mean, I'm smart enough to go on incognito when we're hitting up the hub, right? But besides that, I mean, it's just your whole life is basically stored on your phone now, right? My text messages to my parents, to my wife, pictures of my kid on there, stuff about my money. There's banking information, all my banking apps, access to my YouTube channel, Twitch, emails, Google Docs, like, you name it. Like, if you think for even a second that I'm gonna unlock my phone, hand it to you, and walk away, like, you got me fucked up, okay? We just had to put that out there. That was the first thing I wanted to say about this. Now, second of all, I'm no hardcore gym rat, right? I go on and off. I've been to the gym enough times and worked out enough to realize once you got your form down, you're pretty much good to go. You got to be taught form like once and then maybe have someone help you perfect it, and that's it. So if these girls are running track and they've been running track their whole life and now they're in college doing it, and this dude comes up and he's like, hey, let me take a video of you on your phone so I can help you with your form, wouldn't you just say something along the lines of, I don't need any help on my phone? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, you know? Who would ever fall? I don't, okay, whatever. Let's continue. Beginning in at least February 2020, prosecutors say that the coach perpetrated a scheme to dupe female Northeastern track and field athletes into sending him nude or semi-nude photos of themselves. He allegedly contacted the victims on social media using various pseudonyms, told them he had found compromising photos of them online and offered to help get the photos removed from the internet. Under this pretense, he allegedly requested additional nude or semi-nude photos he could use for reverse image searches. Now, in any case like this, there's going to be some kind of victim blaming opposition. People are going to see this and say, you can't say it's the girl's fault, you can't blame them. And, you know, to a pretty large extent, that is true, right? It's really not their fault that this guy is a fucking creep, but there's got to be a line drawn somewhere where it just crosses over into the territory of how could you ever possibly fall for this shit? I mean, a guy anonymously messages you and says, I found nudes of you online. I can help you get them removed if you send me more nudes of you so we can search for the images online. Now, I know everybody's not like super internet savvy, but there's a very, very basic feature called reverse image search. You could do it on Google. You literally just type Google reverse image search into your browser, and it's so easy to use. Like, that would be my very first course of action, was figure out how to reverse image search the images on your own. They turn up no matches whatsoever. You're good. You know it's the guy fucking with you. Alternatively, perhaps you can go to the police first and send them this account that's messaging you saying this. I feel there are a lot of other options than just sending nudes to a random stranger who's trying to get a hold of them. You know, please make no mistake thinking that I think this dude is funny or clever for doing this. This dude is a weirdo, all right? Because this next part gets even weirder here, okay? It says that he allegedly cyberstalked at least one female Northeastern student athlete from June 21st to October 3rd through messages sent via social media, an anonymous phone number, and intrusion into her Snapchat account. The investigation revealed that Google records tied to the coach included searches for information on how to hack Snapchat accounts and how to keep people from tracing a fake Instagram account back to him. Now, I don't know if I would call the girls that sent the pictures to him dumb. They probably really just did it in a panic, so I'm not gonna call them dumb necessarily, but this guy is just dumb, okay? He went through this crazy elaborate scheme. He wanted to learn how to hack into Snapchat accounts, set up all these pseudonyms and aliases that he went by, fake Instagram accounts and all that stuff. You would think, all right, although he's a creep, I guess he might be smart. But he's not. He's not smart. He's dumb. He's literally dumb. I mean, dude, if you're going to be searching how to hack into people's Snapchats and avoid getting caught on fake Instagram accounts, wouldn't you at least think to use a VPN or clear your search history after or anything of the sort? I mean, the dude is just straight up dumb, and he got himself caught in 4K for being dumb. Under the premise of athlete research or body development, he also allegedly emailed prospective victims using female names, describing a fake study for athletes and requesting information relating to height, weight, and diet habits. The emails also included requests for victims to send photos of themselves in a uniform or bathing suit to show as much skin as possible. Prosecutors said the emails often included attachments of sample nude and semi-nude images to illustrate the types of photos the victims should send. I can't even believe what I'm reading here. The man called it research, athlete research. Now, it's not really clear from the article whether or not he tried to identify himself as a school employee. It didn't say that he did, so let's just say that he didn't, right? That would mean that these female athletes got an email from a random email address from somebody who was pretending to be conducting a, what was it called here? An athlete research body development study with nude and bikini pictures of other girls. And they fell for it. They sent back nudes of their own. This is worse than the Nigerian prince who died and needs somebody to give his inheritance money to. I'm actually at a loss for words for how you could fall for this. At least with the first thing he did, saying that he found the pictures online and wanted to reverse image search them, at least that somewhat plays off their feelings a little bit, right? He's trying to panic them and trigger an emotional response, so they do it because they're afraid. They want to get it over with fast. There's no pressure of the sort with this second scheme here. Like, the second one is just an email saying, hey, send pictures of yourself to me. And when you could just completely ignore the email, realizing that it's total bullshit, you send them anyway. And it's not even like there was only one athlete that fell for this. It says here, investigators said they have identified over 10 victims of the body development study scheme and over 300 related images of victims of the scheme in his email accounts. In conclusion, this man is an absolute menace. I'd imagine he's probably going to be doing some serious jail time for this. And as for the girls that were involved in it, listen, I know there's this thing of you can't victim blame. It's not their fault, all that. But at the end of the day, it is a voluntary action to take a picture, attach it in an email or attach it in a text message or whatever, and press the send button. Now, if he went ahead and hacked into their, say, their iCloud or something like that, or their Snapchat, and got pictures off of there without them doing any action, then yeah, totally, all right? You can't blame them for that. But you guys let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. I'm sure the fellas will have much to say about all this. And for the ladies of the channel too, the whatever it is, 6 or 7% of female viewers that we have, what do you think about this? I'm genuinely interested to hear what the girl fellas have to say about this as well. If y'all enjoyed the video, then do not forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more awesome, amazing videos just like this. Turn your goddamn notifications so that you can be a part of the buzz every single time a new video goes live. Special thank you to my channel members, as always, for your extra support. It is very much appreciated. You guys are the MVPs. Check out Defy merch down below. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch, my second channel, all that stuff. Links to everything is in the description. And I'll see you dudes in the next video. Love you, bye. Stay safe, fellas.